The final pieces of the 90-man roster are being put into place, and the latest move by the San Francisco 49ers speaks directly to the team's philosophy after a draft that didn't fall their way at a key position of depth. According to his agent, the Niners have signed safety Patrick McMorris, adding another body to a secondary that is looking to solidify its depth chart heading into OTAs and training camp. This isn't a headline-grabbing multi-million-dollar deal. This is a move made on the margins, a transaction that reveals more about the front office's process and the state of the roster than it does about the player himself, at least for now. To understand the why behind the McMorris signing, you have to rewind the clock just a few days to John Lynch's post-draft press conference. When asked why the team didn't select a single safety in the 2026 NFL Draft, Lynch was candid. "We have a group we really like, but the way the board fell, it just didn't work out. This signing is the "it just didn't work out" contingency plan. It's plan B." When the value and the player didn't align in the draft, Lynch and his staff immediately pivoted to the next phase of team building, scouring the street free agent market for players who fit a specific mold. In this case, a young, hungry player with NFL experience, however limited, who can come in and compete without any significant financial commitment. Let's break down the safety room as it stands right now. The top of the depth chart is clear and defined. You have Talanoa Hufanga, the all-pro box safety, a heat-seeking missile who sets the tone for the entire defense when he's healthy and operating near the line of scrimmage. Opposite him, you have Ji'Ayir Brown, the second-year starter who proved to be a ball-hawking, reliable center fielder in his first full season as the unquestioned starter. He's the perfect complement to Hufanga's aggressive style. The issue, and the reason a player like McMorris is now on the roster, is what lies behind them. The primary backup is George Odom, but let's be clear, Odom is on this roster for one overwhelming reason. He is arguably the best special teams player in the entire National Football League. He is a core 4 ace, a captain, and a vital part of that third phase of the game. While he can fill in at safety in a pinch, his primary value is not as a rotational defensive back. The 49ers want him leading the charge on punt and kick coverage, not taking significant defensive snaps week in and week out. This is the void Patrick McMorris steps into. So, who is he? McMorris was a 6th-round pick by the Miami Dolphins back in 2024, out of Cal. He was a productive and well-regarded player for the Golden Bears, known for his sure tackling and leadership in the secondary. At 6'0" and 205 pounds, he has the requisite size for the position. However, his NFL journey has been a nomadic one. He spent his rookie season in Miami, appearing in 6 games almost exclusively on special teams, recording a single tackle. The 2025 season saw him bounce from the Arizona Cardinals to the New York Giants, spending time on both practice squads and active rosters, but never seeing the field in a regular season game. He is, by definition, a journeyman looking for a home, a player who has been on the fringe of 3 different organizations. And for a player in his position, the path to making the final 53-man roster in Santa Clara has one, and only one, signpost: special teams. This is not a signing about challenging Ji'Ayir Brown or Talanoa Hufanga. This is a signing to push the bottom of the roster. This is a direct challenge to any undrafted free agents the team has brought in. The directive for McMorris from special teams coordinator Brian Schneider will be simple. Prove you can be a difference maker on our coverage units. Can you be a gunner on the punt team? Can you fight through blocks on kickoff returns? Can you contribute to the core 4 special teams units? Punt, punt return, kickoff return? His entire evaluation this summer will be based on his performance in that phase of the game. His defensive reps in training camp and preseason will be secondary. The 49ers already have their defensive stars. What they need are the grinders, the players who fill out the roster and make their living on 4th downs. George Odom is the gold standard, and McMorris will be trying to prove he can be a reliable, cost-effective backup to that role. From a salary cap and roster management perspective, this is a classic John Lynch and Parag Marath move. McMorris will sign for the league minimum. There will be little to no guaranteed money involved. This means there is 0 risk. If he comes into camp and impresses, he's a cheap, controllable asset who provides depth. If he doesn't stand out, he can be released with no dead money and no negative cap implications. This is precisely how you build the bottom of a championship-caliber roster. You churn through low-cost players, creating a hyper-competitive environment and forcing everyone to earn their spot. These are the small, unglamorous moves that allow the 49ers to carry the massive cap hits of players like Nick Bosa, Fred Warner, and Christian McCaffrey. The signing of Patrick McMorris won't move the needle in the NFC West power rankings. It won't sell a single extra ticket at Levi's Stadium. But it is a textbook example of a smart front office operating with a clear plan. They identified a need for safety depth. They didn't reach for that need in the draft. They waited, stayed patient, and are now addressing it with a low-risk, high-competition signing. McMorris now has the opportunity of his career, a chance to prove himself in a stable, well-coached organization. His fight for a roster spot will be one of the more intriguing, under-the-radar storylines to watch when the team reconvenes in Santa Clara for training camp. If you appreciate this kind of deep dive analysis that goes beyond the headlines, do me a favor and hit that like button. It really helps the channel. And if you want to stay up to date with every move the 49ers make, from the blockbuster trades to the crucial signings on the margins like this one, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Now, I want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on the safety depth behind Hufanga and Brown? Do you think a player like McMorris has a legitimate shot to make the team based on special teams play? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.